recently achieved full EVM off-code coverage and state reconstruction. How does milestones enhance trust, security, and developer confidence in your zkEVM platform?
Yeah, so the achievement is that absolutely everything is covered by Linea zkEVM. So it's good for the user experience because it means that the free precompiles are supported. So you can just use your precompile on Ethereum, the same precompile as what you have on normal Ethereum, and you do exactly the same thing on Linea, and your audit is still valid. Everything just works. And at the same time, it's great for security. I mean, first of all, because you did work, but also because the zero knowledge proofs that protects Linea covers absolutely all these parts. So there is no like little thingies that work on Linea but are not actually proved. That would be a way to attack the system if somebody was malicious. So here, it's completely trustless.
Your transition and consensus mechanism and moving toward the permissionless DPoC mode. What specific improvements in performance, decentralization, and resilience are you seeing as a result?
So for the decentralization, there is not much about performances, I believe. The bottlenecks for performances are, they can be the cost. Having bad performances means that the cost is high, but the sequencing part is not very expensive for that. Of course, building block is complicated and should be rewarded, but the big bugs are in the L1 cost and in the proving.
Can you explain how Linea's multi-power architecture integrating keys, zk backups, and on-chain disputes is designed to protect against prover failure and maintain uninterrupted production?
So multi-provers solve a problem, which is that the on-edge proof systems are very complicated. There's, in an ideal world, they just work perfectly, and in an ideal world, bugs do not exist, and everything works all the time. But sometimes there can be issues, and there is a lot of stake in Linea. So we want to be absolutely certain that these stakes are secure, that users' funds are absolutely secure, and multi-prover is a way to add additional security. So instead of having just one prover, we add that all the blocks are covered by 3 provers. So that way, if one of the blocks is not working, one of the proof system is broken or can be exploited, then we still have the 2 others and we can toggle off that proof system, ask for an upgrade, and at the same time the network can keep going. And it's important to have many of them so that we can be sure that, as you mentioned, we can solve disputes. If we had 2 and 2, then we could have one that does not agree with the second, but we would not have any way to know which one is right.
And the last question. Linea is moving toward permissionless validator participation and zkEVM over diversity. How will these advancements empower ecosystem growth and reduce resilience on consensus infrastructure?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Okay, Linea is moving toward permissionless validator participation and zkEVM over diversity. How will these advancements empower ecosystem growth and reduce reliance on consensus infrastructure?
So, I believe it's very important to decentralize the sequencer because it creates a lot more confidence in what we call the liveness of the network, meaning that even if somebody goes down, then the network will keep going, so that a lot smoother experience. It also gives more opportunity to people to help contribute in Linea, and I believe that's all the power of decentralization, which is if you don't do everything alone, then you get help, and so we are more to build Linea, and so Linea can be more successful in this way.